Hi everybody, welcome to Dandelion Cottage and Marvelous Monday. I'm Leslie Watkins. Oh, we're a little crooked here. Let's straighten that out. There we go. So, I recently got in the mail some packages and I wanted to share some of these things with you. So these are what we would call happy mail. So these are, not the typical bills and advertisements and other stuff that you would find in your mailbox. These are special cards and gifts from people we know who just wanted to let us know that they were thinking of us. And I think that's one of the best reasons why we create these paper-crafted gifts and cards to share with people and to brighten their day. And I wanted to share some of these things with you and hopefully inspire you to do the same. And these things could be anything. It could be a simple note card with a lovely sentiment, a thank you, a happy birthday, or it could just be something out of the blue, which I like the best. Those are my favorites, just the ones that come as a complete surprise. And that's what these are. So for instance, I have this one package that came, and this was for a friend of mine who was on Facebook, and she had mentioned that she had these old pencils and she didn't really know anything about them. And when I saw what she was talking about, I got so excited because these are actual lead pencils, real lead. And of course, due to health reasons, they're no longer available. But as a fine artist, these are cherished treasures. And so I let her know that she had something very special and that she should hang on to them. And the next thing I knew, she had popped two of them in an envelope and sent them to me, which I thought was so sweet and so exciting and so thoughtful. So now I've got two real lead pencils to sketch with, and that makes me very happy. And then I also have here an envelope, a padded envelope, and in it was a lovely greeting card, and it says, "You are an inspiration," which is so sweet. I love that sentiment. And let's just see what's in here. So here are some of the dragonflies and a note from someone that that I've done some training with, and she also includes this fantastic, look at this bracelet. So out of the blue, this absolutely wonderful bracelet with I think are moonstones, which makes me very happy, okay, because not only is it a beautiful bracelet, but it reminds me of the wonderful experience that we all shared together. So that's very meaningful to me, and I'm very thankful to have such a beautiful keepsake. And then today, or not today, but yesterday, I went to the mailbox and I found this fat little package in the mail, and that was very exciting. It has these wonderful, excuse me, butterfly design on the back of the envelope. And so I open this up, and what do I find but another little envelope inside, and it says, "Thank you for touching my life." And so I knew that it was going to be very special, and that's really what I want to share with you, is how you can do something so so easy with the paper crafting supplies that I know you all have, and to create something that you could send to somebody or surprise somebody or give to the people at the bank, the post office, a waitress, the beauty salon, whatever, whoever you happen to have a connection with, and just, you know, give them something a little bit special. And so this little envelope opens with this butterfly closure, like so. And then on the inside, you pull out this beautiful little envelope. It says, "You truly inspire me." And it has this lovely design on the cover. There are sparkles, and there's some wink of Stella, and I can see that these wonderful flowers that are all punched out were punched out of watercolored flowers. So she actually painted a sheet of paper with watercolor to get these wonderful designs, and then she punched it out. And it's just held closed with this lovely gingham binding, and inside is this wonderful treat of Ghirardelli's chocolate. And how did she know this is my favorite one, the sea salt caramel? I don't know. And a lovely packet of Earl Grey tea. So how nice is that? Just an invitation for someone to sit down and have a nice cup of tea and a little treat, and to just contemplate their friendship with somebody. So I want to thank you so much, Joanne. This is just beautiful, and it truly made me happy. So what I want to show to the paper crafters out there was just how this lovely card was constructed. So what she's done is she's divided it into 3 sections, and she's just folded this piece in on itself and glued it down along this edge, cut at a little diagonal to form this pocket that you could tuck anything in there, and then have a place for a sentiment and an area to decorate on the cover. So I thought for a quick little video today, I might just show you how to do something as simple as this. And then I'm going to issue you a challenge. So I would like to encourage all of you to make a little something like this and to send it to someone that maybe you haven't seen for a while, or maybe it's somebody that you see all the time, but just want to let them know that they mean something special to you. And you could, if you'd like, you can send something to me. And if I get enough of these things, I will have a special Facebook Live where I share them with everybody and hopefully inspire you and give you lots of ideas on how you can make things like this. So let's get started. I have a piece of crumb cake here. So this is a standard 8.5 by 11 sheet of crumb cake. And I think what I'll do is I'll cut it in half. That way I can have enough for 2. So let's see, let's get started. I haven't done any advanced thinking on this. I also, not too long ago, I did a video that had a pocket card that I put a seed pack in. And that's another great gift to give somebody. If you're someone who has a garden and collects your own seeds, that could be a great gift idea. So let's just do some measuring here. So if I roughly divide this, let's see, 3.5 and 3.5 is 7, is 10.5. So why don't, I'm going to do that. I'm going to trim off a 1/2 inch. So now I'm left with a piece of cardstock that measures 10.5 by 4.25. And I am going to use the scoring blade on my trimmer, and I'm just going to score this at 3.5. I can open up the arm on my trimmer and bring this to 7. Okay, so that's going to give me 3 equal pieces like so. Now I'm just going to remove a tiny little bit off this edge so that it's a little bit smaller and it tucks into my fold nicely. So I'm just removing about 1/16 of an inch. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure. In fact, you know what? You don't even have to measure. Let's keep it simple. I'm just going to go from this score line here to this corner here, and I'm going to place this in the cutting track on my trimmer. All right, so that's there and that's there. I'm just going to take that triangle off, and there is the basis for my pocket card. And I'm just giving this a nice burnish. Okay, and then all you have to do is take your glue and just run a very thin bead of glue like so. Give that a moment to get set up. There you go. So there's a little pocket card, and this one now measures 3.5 by 4 1/4. So that's a quick and easy way to make one that you can get 2 from a single sheet of paper. But I'm going to show you now how to make a standard size one, and this one is like the one that I made in the previous video. So I'll just do this quickly. So here's another piece of crumb cake. And this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to score this at the 4 1/4 lengthwise, and then I'm going to turn it the 11-inch way, and I'm going to score it again at 5 1/2. Okay, so that's just going to give me score lines that look like this. All right, but now what I want to do is I want to remove this section. Okay, so I'm just going to cut that section away. I'm going to use my long scissors for this so I can do it in one shot. And actually, let me think for a second. So now you have a choice to make. Once you have this, you can decide which side you want your surprise to go on. Or you could do both. Why don't we, for fun, let's do both sides. So I'm going to remove a little sliver on each side of these pockets, and that's so that they fold in nicely. There you go. Okay, so just a little bit, and then you can either do this by eye or you can measure. So what I like to do is I like to come up, let's say about 1 inch let's say 1.5 inches. I'm just going to put a little mark at 1.5 inches here. And then on the top here, keep it simple, we'll just do it 1.5 inches again. So there's not a lot of numbers to remember. Okay, then I can take my trimmer again and I can fit this in here so that my mark is here and here. Okay, and I'm just going to remove that bit like so. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So here's my mark, here's my mark. And now we have a double pocket card. I can just smooth that out. So now, to adhere this, I'm just going to use my glue and just run a thin bead of glue like so, and like so. And now you have your standard size double pocket card. Okay, so I hope that gave you some ideas. I'm not going to decorate these today. I'm going to leave that to you. I just wanted to sort of plant a seed of inspiration with you and hopefully encourage you to share some happy mail with the people in your lives. And if you would like to participate in the challenge, and if you'd like to submit your designs for a cute little happy mail item to send somebody, you're welcome to send something to Dandelion Cottage. And let's give it a time zone. So have that into me by the end of June. Okay, so before the last day of June. So you've got about 2.5 weeks. And at the very end of the month or the beginning of July, when I have whatever you send me, I will show them in a special Marvelous Monday. Okay? So the address to send the things to is Dandelion Cottage, P.O. Box 584, Norfolk, N-O-R-F-O-L-K, Connecticut, C-T, 06058, and I will add that address below, and then maybe we'll have a little prize or something for some of the best ideas. But please don't just send it to me. Make sure that you take the time to send happy mail to the folks you care about. All right, so that is the show for today. Very simple, but I think important. And let me just get this one out. Oh, and I also wanted to mention, I just wanted to show you this very quickly because unfortunately we don't have smell-o-vision, but look at these peonies. They are scenting my entire studio. This wonderful fragrance, particularly from this salmon-colored one. Oh, it's all of them. No, they all have a wonderful scent. So, so there's your flower inspiration for today. Okay, thank you everybody. Stay well, stay happy, share the happiness, and stay creative. And I will see you next time.